Good evening, good evening, good evening, Lotus Tribe. I hope all is well and everybody is thriving in the space right now of releasing, shuffling these cards. I hope all is well. Everybody is thriving. I just saw karmic completion as an energy. I'm just shuffling, getting things nice and ready. I hope everybody has been doing well, has been living in the space of ease. Some of the reoccurring things, or I guess themes that have been playing for me is the art of being. What it is to really be in the art of being, or just the act of being. And earlier today, I was watching Diary of a CEO. Actually, I woke up to that this morning. And one of the questions that was asked was, what was one of your, or is one of your biggest failures? And the man responded and indicated that being heavily indulged in the masculine and not incorporating femininity is one of his biggest failures, society's biggest failures. Because we are highly in a masculinity state, and it has created an environment where we are all in the, I guess, embodiment of just doing instead of just being and enjoying, and really, really, really tapping into the space of the yin. So I took that as something that I really, really, truly need to work on. For me personally, the last time I got a lesson from psilocybin, it was literally that. Like, spirit literally came to me and was like, you've been doing. You need to just be. You need to get acquainted with just being. So long story short, I've been working on that. Welcome to another session of Comfort and Tarot. This is going to be our collective read for setting the precedent for May, which I think is going to be a great season for us, those of us that are in this tribe and the frequency of which we operate on. I think we have collectively taken time to really, really sit back with ourselves, understand ourselves, remove ourselves from certain traumas, and really work through those in a space of healing in order to really be better versions of ourselves. So I really, 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 really extend that energy out there of saying that the universe is always working for us and never against us. So I'm gonna pull some cards for the energy of which we have coming in. Moving from the heart space for May. Okay. Overall energy. 6 of Pentacles. It was upside down. I flipped the card over. I saw it originally like this, but I'm going to take it like this. And so automatically that tells me balance, right? There's a need of a give and take and exchange energy here. We got the King of Cups, we got the Queen of Cups, we got the Three of Wands, and we got the Seven of Cups reversed. Now, anyone who knows me, I really don't quite like taking cards in reverse, just because I feel like the cards are going to tell you everything that you need to hear anyway. But nonetheless, I'll leave it for the aesthetic of things. So instantly, I am drawing into the aspect of us really, really tuning in. Just because I saw that karmic completion card, I feel as though a lot of these awakenings are stemming from karmic contracts that we have had that are coming to an end, which is really, really causing us to, I have a thought and I want to finish it, but which is really, really causing us to really sit from our heart space. My cousin wrote me a dope quote the other day. I attract things through my heart space. That was the affirmation. But anyways, saying that to say that I feel as though we're really, really moving from a space of just control and thinking that we have the control to navigate our lives and call in manifestations when realistically the things that we want only comes from really trusting the universe. It is always in unexpected ways. Nothing ever happens as planned. That is not something that is said for no reason. But nonetheless, I feel as though we're really, really sitting with ourselves, tuning into ourselves, really taking the time to be aligned, one within, be in the present with what we want to do, how do we want to see our lives, and also extending compassion for those who may not fully gotten there yet. Extending compassion to others when we know the spaces that we have came from. So I really feel as though we're really finally stepping into a place of power to where we are not allowing our external circumstances to navigate who we are and who we're trying to be. With the Seven of Cups, I feel as though, again, there needs to be a perspective of not limiting our desires in ways of which we feel we think they're gonna come in. Really just being optimistic and having a rendezvous just with the intention, the thought, and the things that we're looking to have and want. And allowing the universe to provide that, right? In addition to the Seven of Cups that we have here, we have the Three of Wands, right? So again, just confirming the essence of not being in control or wanting to be in control with how we are expecting the desire to come in and play out for us in our reality. Understand that the desire of what we want is only needing to be provided to the universe. What we need and what we want, and the universe will provide. And it's clear that opportunities will be given because we are on a path of trying to decipher which path we should take. One of the things that has also been repeating for me is that it doesn't matter what path that you take, you will get to the destination. So let's see what else we got. I want to clarify this Seven of Cups really quickly, just because it's reversed. What do we have for the Seven of Cups? We got two cards. Two cards came out. We got the Magician, told y'all. And we got the Hierophants, heavy on the Taurus energy. And we got the Knight of Cups here. So heavy on the emotions. That's personally new for me. I'm gonna be quite honest, because I'm a part of the tribe too. But that's definitely new for me. Operating in the space of like the heart space. And I know that sounds crazy to say, but just I've been working really, 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 I wouldn't say hard, because I feel like that's a negative notation word to use for it, right? But I've been really being intentional and reflective with myself, because in normal circumstances or previous versions of myself, I was highly detached. And that's, again, like the rest of us, comes from a space of really not having that emotional support that I may have needed growing up. And I'm just now having like really reflective thoughts, the Four of Swords energy, where I am realizing the why behind it and forgiving that circumstance, apologizing to the younger self, and moving towards that and navigating that space. So not only have I been doing that, I have also really, really been leaning in spirit in my everyday and all that I do. Like, I believe I said on the Comfort and Tarot Nightcap edition that it is highly important that even if you have a religion, that you are highly spiritual as well. Because some of us speak of God, but we have no relationship to consciousness or spirit or Allah, what so have you. So it's highly, highly important that we truly develop relationships with spirit, our intuition, with ourselves first and foremost, because we are God. And I think and I truly believe that once you turn inward and you develop that full spiritual relationship with self, naturally it will connect you to God because you are God. The Magician is just a confirmation that the power is within us, and in the background, everything taking place is happening, and we will start to see those things being pulled out the vortex into our actual 3D. And this is what we call manifestation, but it's already taking place behind us. It's already here. It's already present. It's just us aligning with the frequency as time is infinite. So, to clarify that, that's a good read for me. I welcome the energy. I welcome the energy, the laughter, being connected to the higher self. What did I just say? We got 77. We got spirituality. What I say, what I say, what I say. We got spirituality, but we got efforts. I think that's that 3 of, I hope you all can see it. I think 13 has been prevalent too. I've been seeing 13 a lot. I think that is correlated to that 3 of Wands energy as well. And on the bottom, we have the number 5, the beauty, the change. And I'm a fixed sign. I'm a Taurus. So for me, change, again, in the old versions of myself, used to be very difficult for me to do. I have come to learn to adapt and grow and love change, shifting that paradigm about change. Like, I have stayed in relationships longer than I needed to, due to the simple fact of being afraid of change and saying, oh, I've given this amount of time, I might as well go ahead and stay here. To me personally, and if anyone is currently in that situation, this is not to speak bad on you. If you're watching this video and you're new to the tribe, this is not to speak bad on you if this is the space that you are in. However, for me, it was at a very immature state of being, a very low frequency state of being, a very non-consciousness or being tuned in, tapped in, flying high or in high vibrations type of energy, to think that I needed to stay in a relationship that was completely toxic for me. And I was extremely depressed. Like, I was going through and reflecting on that. Like, the things that were happening to me in that space was like, woo, like, oh my gosh, it gives me chills on my body just because it was really tumultuous things happening to me at that time, and I was really young, and it was just flying over my head. At one point, I just thought it was living and maybe choosing the wrong person, not realizing that it was something that I was attracting from myself, that I was projecting and repelling from myself. So I have learned to grow a really fond relationship with change, and I highly recommend that if any of us are in spaces, especially us fixed signs, which are the Aquarius, the Leo, the Scorpio, the Taurus, where we are really reluctant to change because we like to be in a state of comfortability, shake things up, and allow the universe to show you how much it supports you. Allow God to show up, allow the Most High, whichever and however, spirit is what I particularly like to call consciousness, show up for you and show you that all things are capable through consciousness, understanding, and that you are God. So, I know I gave a little speech and I gave a little spill. Forgive me of that, but I have to do what I have to do. And I have to speak onto you all and speak life onto you all, how I speak life onto myself and my children and my close-knit friendships and my spouse. It's very, very highly important that if you're not getting it nowhere else amongst this YouTube, social media space, that you're getting someone speaking life onto you from me. I'm not gonna come to you with readings talking about no negative entities, energies, demons. Like, that's not my road. That's not my rodeo. If that's what you're looking for, you have to click off and pick somebody else, because right now I'm gonna overly indulge you in positivity so that you can start to incorporate those changes in your life, and so that you can start to live the version of your life that you want to see. Like, if there's anything that I can do as a human being, is give love, period. Like, that's it. So that's what I'm going to give. The lotus, loving oneself through unfavorable situations and circumstances. Like, I'm big on that. Let me stop chatting with y'all before I get on y'all nerves. Anyways, so for the overall, we have change. I'm going to read it. This card indicates a time of expected and unexpected change. When anything can happen, and usually does, by drawing this card, you are being encouraged to think of your life as an adventure in which expecting opportunities could appear at any moment. Rather than fearing the unfamiliar and the unknown, you are urged to embrace expansion, movement, and change. This is time to go with the flow and open yourself up to opportunities that will improve your quality of life. Anything is possible, and the wheels are set in motion. So be sure to play your part by moving closer to your dreams. You may be called upon to make changes in your mindset, relationships, resistance, lifestyles, or career. Whatever a shift is needed to serve you in your greater good. It is a time to broaden your horizons and respark the passion for life. In order to improve the current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm of the cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you toward the time of movement and change. Procrastination, resistance, and fear only take you out of alignment. So surrender yourself to opportunities that are about to present themselves. Trust that you're divinely loved and guided, and you'll be shown the way. I accept, I surrender to, and the changes that improve my life. I accept and surrender to the changes that improve my life. Okay? So, I told you opportunities was coming. And we need to get pumped. And we need to get excited. And we need to jump for joy in that. I was reading in the book called The Psychology of Money. And in the last few ends of the chapter, he talks about pessimists and optimists. And so he talks about how in society we choose to live a pessimistic life. Like, that is what thrills people. And if you think about it, it makes sense. Because even the whole thing with the social media platform, I don't know what I can and cannot say, but the social media platform that was intentionally funneling negative videos to keep to keep attraction, or to keep not sponsorship, I don't know why I keep hearing sponsorship, but to keep people focused. I can't think about the word right now, but to keep people focused on the platform. Like, that was insane. I was like, that's evil stuff. I'm trying to work on cursing, but that's evil stuff. That's crazy. Like, why are we even doing this? Why are we even doing this to people? How does that serve us? For money? When money is a frequency, when money is an energy, and money is infinite? Not for money. Not feeding people stuff that's gonna make them want to hurt themselves. and be depressed and cause the vibration of the earth to decline and be unhealthy and create cancer to manifest within their bodies. Not that. Insane. Absolutely insane. And it's just like, why? 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 Why would someone choose to live that way when they can choose to live in bliss? I guess that's the part that I haven't fully got to yet, of full understanding. I see effort popping up. Well, effort was one of the cards that we pulled. And so with effort, we have this card indicates a time when extra effort is required to overcome your current obstacles and challenges. As you are now being tested and your attitude is key, rather than surrender to self-pity, laziness, negativity, or frustration, you must utilize your inner power, for you are stronger than you think. When the going gets tough, the tough must get going. So pull yourself together and have faith in your success. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to call upon your inner and outer resources to achieve the outcome you desire. Rather than to quick fix solutions, shortcuts, or manipulation, you must plan, focus, and act with tenacity and drive. With effort and determination, you will break through all restrictions that are presently holding you back. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and to harmonize with the natural rhythm of the cycles of life. Cycles that require you to put extra effort in overcoming your challenges. Never, ever give up, and your success is guaranteed. Y'all heard the little tantrum I just went on. Affirmation: with optimism and faith and effort, I overcome my challenges. Talk about spirit be coming through. Spirit is coming through. Period. And that's it. That is confirmation. Last but not least, spirituality is the last card that I pulled. Come on, spirit. Show up and show out. I be liking when spirit be doing that. I be like, ooh, ooh. I be like, ooh. Spirituality, this card indicates a need to enhance your connection to the divine to improve your relationship with yourself, as well as your quality of life. You're not a human being having a spiritual experience. You're a spiritual being having a human experience, and your relationship with Source is the path to inner peace. Period. When you find your way to God, you find your way back home. By selecting this card, you are being encouraged to celebrate and strengthen your relationship with the divine in whichever way you choose. You may opt for prayer, meditation, chanting, yoga, and periods of silence and contemplation, perhaps quiet time in nature, going on a retreat, or attending a place of worship is something you prefer. It doesn't matter which option you choose, for there is no right or wrong. Only you can know your ultimate path to God. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to strengthen your relationship with the divine. You are also being urged to communicate with your lost loved ones, spiritual guides, and angels, and ask for assistance when required. No request goes unanswered, and no request is too big or too small. My relationship with the divine is in my path to peace. And that's a mic drop on that, because I read that. Period. And all of this was nothing but confirmation. And I love, that's what I love most about what I do. Like this, knowing that the messages that are coming through are prevalent and needing to be spoken out. Your words are your wands. Florence Scovel Show, which she also has affirmations if you need some of those. I've been doing breath work. I've been chanting. I haven't quite incorporated the yoga like I used to, but I will be getting back to it. I told my children that me and them, I meditate every day, and I am in prayer, and I definitely honor my ancestors, because without them, there is no me. And sometimes when you breaking these blockages, you carrying weight that's not even yours and belong to somebody else. So it's important that you have that connection so that they can give you those downloads that you need, that you can work on to break these generational cycles. I'm going through one right now. I'm going through one right now as we speak. Where it stemmed, not sure. All I know is I don't want it. I don't need it. I've seen it through the generations and the lines of women. And baby, it's time. And I'm working through it. And it will not be anything else that I pass on, if I'm passing on anything else. And if my daughters or my son faces certain things, more so speaking of the feminine, if my daughters find that they find themselves in these situations because I hadn't fully cleared out that trauma before conceiving and giving life to, it will be something that I am able to help them work through. And I think that that's also why I'm really, really in the work, and I'm really, really wanting to get back to God within me so that I can make sure that I provide the tools to my children, because they are the future. And so we have to make sure that we are feeding them the appropriate information and channeling out the noise. It's okay to not be like everybody else. My son is begging me for Fortnite. I told him I was going to do some research on it. I don't know yet. I don't need him interacting. My son don't even know none of the newest cartoons. And I ain't saying my cartoons was the best, but just being very mindful and intentional of what I present to my children and what I allow them to incorporate. And that doesn't mean that they're ignorant or they're not aware of its existence. We can have those conversations, but allow it to funnel through their tunnels of their eyes, their ears, their mouths, their third eye. Like, no, that's what you digesting. That's what you eating. And you got to be mindful of that. We got to protect our children. We have to protect ourselves. I stopped watching scary movies because I was having nightmares in my dream states of these things that I was allowing to penetrate me. It's important, the music that we listen to. One of my kids' favorite songs, Geminel, My Energy's Infinite. And I play it every morning when we go to school. Why? Because it's a mantra, and it's feeding them, and it's feeding the subconscious, which is 95% of what you do. Y'all know I like to get on these chants. I be preaching. I be getting on these little tangents, but it's all good. So I hope that you all enjoyed this reading. Looks like May has quite a bit in store for us. I'm not going to say that it's going to be a bumpy ride. I am going to say that it is going to be a ride. And be open to it, be optimistic to it, allow the universe to show up for you in ways that nobody else in your life has showed up for you. And really be open to relinquishing control and fear. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and also subscribe, because I'm coming to you with the truth, light, real light, real light. We raising vibrations over here. We living in a utopia over here. So go ahead and subscribe so you can get some messages from me. Also, I have my NightCap podcast, all Comfort and Tarot. Everything is Comfort and Tarot, but it's through Spotify. That link is also below as well. Any donations are greatly, greatly appreciated. I have PayPal, I have Cash App. There is also the Buy Me a Cup of Tea. Really, really working into getting into the herbs so that I can introduce that to you all, and we can start holistically healing ourselves, our family, and our children. And most importantly, if you want to book a personal reading with me right now, how I got it set up is very simple for me, because we starting. Is to email me, and right now I am doing email template structure of readings, just because as of right now, if I start doing video or live readings, if you book one of those, it will start to be a little bit more pulling me away from what I enjoy doing. So right now the readings will be very accurate. You can choose between a voice memo or a email version of the reading, which allows me to get back to everyone quicker. But before I choose to leave or disconnect, I want to pull some energy for the divine feminine. And it's not that I don't appreciate the masculine, but I do feel like femininity is something that we need to start working towards and balancing. And I am a feminine, I am a woman, so I'm going to be that gift for all my feminines. It doesn't necessarily have to just be women, just the feminine, the divine feminine energy is what I'm speaking to. And I'm going to leave you with this affirmation. Mother Earth, who is me, that's what I call myself. Compassion, what I have been working on for quite some time. The card is nurturing. I give love, I receive love, I am love. Hope you all can see that. This deck is called Womanifest Your Destiny by Abiola Abrams. She coined the term spiritpreneur, and I love that. And I'm gonna give her flowers on that while she's here. So yes, I absolutely love you all. Before you disconnect, I would like you all to think about 3 things in which you are in gratitude for really quickly. For me, it's my children, it is my connection to spirit, and it is being able to give you all a message. I encourage you to do the same thing and start practicing gratitude, as it will help you change your perspective about life. Sending you all love. Until next time, everyone, yeah.